A girl is pressured, preconditioned with this broken mortality, tranquilized by the eternally deepening needle doubtful fatalities of ignorance versus knowledge, strength versus weakness, love versus lust, a hoe versus a housewife. This is my story. I feel emptiness. I feel hurt. The times I laid down on the floor, grabbed a razor, said a prayer to myself to do a favor, and on my shameful pay for ungrateful, unexplainable insecurities, shaping by this malicious, vibrant, unbearable uncertainties, asking myself, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I ask myself this question when I'm in class. I ask myself this question when I'm thinking. I ask myself this question when I'm eating. I ask myself this question when my unconscious brain is taking over my soul, flowing through my veins into my blood broken heart, raging to my eyes bulging out, a remarkable part of my ever so sought after dreaming. What is this meaning? Well, look at the time. I have 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 35 seconds that I have to slap my fake ass smile on my face and walk on campus with great confidence and pride, hope in my eyes, people not knowing the anger and black soul growing inside. This is my story of fallen glory to the little girls playing outside, kickball, hopscotch, hide and go seek, freeze tag. Nothing but fun and laughs, right? But the little girl creeps behind the house like a lost mouse looking for a friend to pretend how to sex and make weapons. She was too slow to know that he was going to grab and touch too much because she didn't know how she felt. But like ice cream, her heart was slowly melt to ash and trash. And soon she was going to crash because this 13-year-old boy took this 8-year-old in the back to smash. And then her peers want to tell her to be rash about the situation of the molestation because their destination now preparation for the desperation of wanting to have control of power over this little girl. Leaving her as damaged goods in this world. This is my story. My mommy. I love my mommy. Every time I look at her, I see her accomplishments, her achievements, her mastery of art, her divine aura, her poise, her magnificent fortitude, her positive attributes. I see everything that I struggle to be, everything that I could choose to be. But when I go to my room, take off all my clothes, strip down to my bare birth of entrance into this world, to step in front of my floor-length mirror, a sick feeling of disgust beams back at me as I stare at what society has labeled as ugly. What society has labeled as not acceptable. The black man has labeled me as a piece of meat. So I'll rock the Ralph Lauren, I buy the booty shorts, and I sport the fresh sneaks to be labeled as a sex machine. But who am I to blame these black boys for running us as sex toys because they were raised where no black man stays. When a woman gets that baby bump, all of a sudden he is raised to jump to the door like a punk coward deadbeat, scary ass, shut the glasses out of mama's left to try and raise a Negro the best. That's on special occasion. Usually the mom just want them papers, planning out shopping spree later because only to herself does she cater. But what about the children? What about our future? I went to that lady and pointed to her half naked, no shoes, holes in the shirt, unkept, starving looking daughter, and I asked, does that Gucci really mean more than her? My daddy. My dad. My father. Never around, trying to come around, redeem himself, want to brag about how I'm in college, graduated with a 4.0. Like, he has something to do with that. Like, he's the one that kept me on track. Tick, 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 tick. I keep hearing these loud beating ticks in my head. I can't seem to tell if I'm real or dead. My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. I look at him as he penetrates my eyes and between my thighs at the same time. A feeling of satisfaction with the feeling of losing pride, exotic sensations of feeling my emptiness. But that only lasts for so long before he's gone, making you alone to cuddle with yourself, hold yourself, make yourself feel complete again. This is my story of fatal fury. It was him. He made me happy. He made me complete. He made me cry. He made me weep. He made me crazy when I was alive. So I heard from some source he was messing with this chick or trick, whichever you want to call this rash of whore. He was taking her out to dinner and opening doors, treating her like she was his everything. But what about me? You forgot about me, about us, about how much we loved each other. We stared at each other in those random moments. You gave my love away to some bitch that can never love you like I can. She can never love you like I could. So I invited him over to my room, put on some genuine, so anxious and sprayed that sweet perfume. I told him to relax on the bed. He had to know what I was doing or was going through my head. I Dim the lights and set the shades. I put on my sexiest lingerie. I stopped and just looked as he stared at the wall, and I thought the exact flash. When did your love for me fall? How did we get to this point of infidelity? Him hurting me. I had a future map. This corruption made me snap. So I told him, I'm going to be right back. I gotta use a bathroom. And he said, don't take too long. I'm lonely. Little did he know his actions destroyed me. I closed the door, went to the bathroom, and opened the drawer and grabbed the glistening knife I placed there before he came. Losing him was a shame. I walked back into the room, spotting his bright, white, sexy smile glowing in the dark, and I said, I'm back. With a devious remark. I walked slowly to where he was. I could see the deadly weapon dancing his direction. All I wanted was affection. All I wanted to kill was deception. His face grew frightened and fearful. His hands shook and trembled. I walked up on him until all I see was a drip, drop, sweat. Fire shot, red eyes looking as if he knew he was going to die. And then I handed him the knife and released a silent cry. If you wanted to lie to me, if you wanted to damage my soul, break my spirit, and break my power to believe, I'd rather you have just came to my room and killed me. So here's the knife to kill my pain. Being with you has made me insane. So here's your chance to do what you have been doing emotionally behind my back. So take the knife to my heart and stab what you think I lack. This is my story. My story defines who I am today, what I'll become tomorrow, and how I will live my future. I am not the ordinary, everyday hidden playtop girl. I'm the black legacy. I'm the culture of the great queens, the kings, the royalties, the ones that brought me curiosity for eternity, to question how any humanity can justify any insanities as slavery. They have oppressed the seasoned generation of the chosen race, trying to slow our pace, but we are once in chase. Never do we fail to prevail through the man-made hell. When I say man, I mean a white man. They taught our young brothers to treat our young sisters as if they are inferior to their standing. But guess what? Here we are in success dancing. Let me apologize because I'm not light, bright, unpermed long hair like the white man has raised you to love. I am God's perfect creation from above. But what the black man denies is that every one of y'all, the white man ideology thrives. Am I going in? Am I going hard on the waves? No, I don't think so. I'm proud of my ancestors, my heritage, my culture, everything we done to the whites. I'd rather have a painful path than a shameful one. This is my story, a twisted worry. A boy goes out, doesn't come back. The last time his family seen him, he was getting out this dope boy Cadillac. He was claiming that everything was good and he was doing what he needed to do, but his caring little cousin tugged on his shirt for the last time and say, I love you. He walked out that door Christmas Eve, and the sad little cousin watched him leave. She stayed up all night, piercing out the cold and hard window with joy and happiness all around, but not for the love of Santa, but her older cousin that could not be found. All were asleep as they were waiting Christmas Day, but this little girl just wanted her cousin to come home and play. She stayed up all night into the morning ride to the opening odds for the gift surprise. But her cousin was gone. He never came home. But the police showed the pictures and the gunshots were shown. This girl, insecure, innocent, and shy, buried her emotions trapped in a lie. She never spoke of the tragic that in her heart stayed until that little girl spoke out today. This is my story. My story is everything I aspire to breathe. I am the words of my heart. I'm the poetry of art. I am who I am because I made myself who I am. My story is a hunger for the wisdom, the thirst for the dreams, the answers to all the questions I need. My story is never over. It's just the beginning. My alter ego is creating this unwritten scream. I am on a journey of onwards to purpose. I am more than what's on the surface. I am the poetry shot down from the heavens to give me the ability to write. My name is Ria Love, and my story starts tonight.